Brennan, who joins us from Washington. Morning after, Christine. What do you have to say? What's your headline?
I think the headline, Diane, is that this is a tainted record, absolutely, and that as history marches along, it will be seen in worse and worse light as more evidence comes out that Bonds did, in fact, use performance-enhancing drugs. So this is the steroid era in baseball, and he is the king of that.
Yeah, but on this day after the night before, there is no conviction here.
No conviction that he did or did not use steroids?
That he did. I mean, there is no conviction under the law that he did.
Oh. Right. Well, of course, we're hearing the cheers of San Francisco fans. What we do know is this. We can use our eyes. You can look at Barry Bonds, pictures of him when he was a Pittsburgh Pirate, thin and svelte. Look at him now. And does that happen to most people? That's one test. Another is that he hit 5 of his 6 best home run production seasons, Diane, occurred after the age of 35. And I think finally the big thing for me is that in his own words, in leaked grand jury testimony, which is unfortunate that it was leaked, nonetheless, we now know that he said he used substances that we know are performance-enhancing drugs.
You bring up his home runs, and you're right. He hit, what, 292 home runs in his first 10 years in baseball, and something like 464 in the last 12. Usually baseball players taper off. They don't ramp up at the second half of their career. But, you know, you listened to Hank Aaron last night, and he seemed to give Barry Bonds absolution.
He did, George, and I hate to be a killjoy because I love sports and I love baseball. I grew up loving baseball. But I think because of what we know from the Olympic era, from all of the things that have happened in the last 20 years, that we have to have our eyes open to this. And frankly, the Hank Aaron thing surprised me because he was not there. Bud Selig was not there. Bud Selig, the commissioner of baseball, didn't even want to be seen in a picture, he told me, because of how history will judge him. So I think the fact that Hank Aaron wasn't there speaks louder than the fact that he did have that taped congratulations, but that did surprise me, George, that Hank Aaron appeared on the screen.
So bottom line, you think he's going to be remembered more like Pete Rose and Mark McGwire than Babe Ruth and Hank Aaron?
And maybe we can throw in the East German women's swimmers or track stars from 30, 35 years ago. Again, those tainted athletes who we found out later definitely used performance-enhancing drugs and cheated not only their sport but also the fans.